Preventing aging, it is not too late to start. Every day, we breathe, we sleep, we digest food, and our bodies recover. All of this happens without conscious effort. There is a system that automatically regulates these processes. It is called the autonomic nervous system. This system controls blood circulation, immunity, intestinal activity, body temperature, and even the quality of our sleep. It quietly sustains our lives every single day. However, when the balance of this system is disrupted, aging can accelerate faster than we expect. Aging itself is natural, but the speed of aging can be influenced. The autonomic nervous system operates through two branches. The first is the sympathetic nervous system. It activates when we are tense, alert, hurried, or physically active. The second is the parasympathetic nervous system. It activates when we relax and recover, rest, and feel emotionally stable. These two systems are not enemies. They are designed to work in balance. When balanced, the body functions at its healthiest state. But as we age, maintaining this balance becomes more difficult. Especially emotional stress and chronic worry can quietly disturb the autonomic nervous system. When imbalance continues, fatigue accumulates, or stress increases, digestive and respiratory function may decline, and aging progresses more rapidly. In this series, we will explore simple daily habits that gently activate the autonomic nervous system, slow the pace of aging, and extend healthy lifespan. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day, safe, simple practices you can do with peace of mind. Healthy habits you can safely practice for preventing aging, Part 2. If constipation is left untreated, its effects return to the entire body more seriously than we might expect. Constipation is not simply a matter of not being able to empty the bowels. When fatigue accumulates or stress continues for a long time, the sympathetic nervous system becomes overly activated. As a result, the natural rhythm of intestinal movement begins to slow down. When bowel movement becomes sluggish, waste and undigested residues remain longer in the gut. During that time, putrefaction can begin and various toxins may be produced. If these toxins enter the bloodstream, the blood becomes burdened, and each cell in the body can be negatively affected. In this process, the function of red blood cells may also decline. Impaired circulation lowers the overall condition of the body. And if this compromised blood flow reaches the brain, oxygen supply may decrease, making anxiety, irritability, and low mood more likely. If such depressive states persist over time, they may become a risk factor associated with cognitive decline and dementia. Constipation may appear to be a small signal from the gut, but in reality, it is an important warning that the balance of the autonomic nervous system has already begun to weaken. In the next episode, we will talk about healthy habits that gently relieve stress and worry without burdening the body and help restore autonomic balance. Healthy habits you can practice with ease, Part 3. Wake up your body and relieve constipation naturally. When you first open your eyes in the morning, your body is still half asleep. Instead of getting up immediately, stay lying down and do some gentle stretching for about 3 to 5 minutes. As you slowly awaken your body, your intestines are stimulated and natural peristalsis begins. There is no need to strain or follow strict movements. You can do it comfortably, freely, anytime you like. open the curtains, let the morning sunlight in, and take slow, deep breaths. Morning sunlight helps the brain release serotonin, the feel-good hormone. Combined with deep breathing, it stabilizes the start of your day, strengthens your resistance to stress, and begins restoring balance to the autonomic nervous system. The serotonin produced in the morning later becomes the building block for melatonin, the sleep hormone, helping you sleep more deeply at night. Now, drink 2 cups of room temperature or lukewarm water. The first cup washes away bacteria remaining in the mouth. The second cup should be drunk at once, gently stimulating the intestines. Replenishing the fluids lost overnight activates bowel movement, supports beneficial gut bacteria, and naturally encourages easier elimination. This process also requires no force. It is a calm, easy habit you can practice comfortably. As the intestines move actively, the blood becomes cleaner and circulation improves. As a result, overall blood flow throughout the body is enhanced and many bodily functions become more active. That is why 2 cups of water after waking is such an important habit for maintaining autonomic balance. The same benefit continues when you drink water before lunch or dinner. Healthy habits you can practice with ease. Part 4. Leg shaking, body tapping, and deep breathing after waking. When you open your eyes in the morning, your body is still half asleep. At that moment, remain lying down and do gentle stretching for about 3 to 5 minutes, slowly awakening your body. As you stretch, take deep breaths as if sighing. Your lungs will naturally begin to wake up. If you add light body tapping, acupressure points connected to the parasympathetic nervous system are gently stimulated, helping restore autonomic balance. This routine does not require a fixed order or strict timing. It is a habit you can practice comfortably and as often as you like. In public, leg shaking is sometimes seen as a restless or impolite behavior. But in reality, leg shaking is a natural response that helps release tension and stress. It improves blood flow in the legs, appropriately activates the sympathetic nervous system, and ultimately supports the balance of the autonomic nervous system. Leg shaking, too, is a natural body signal that you can allow freely without overthinking it. For body tapping, use the tips of 3 fingers, index, middle, and ring finger. Tap gently with a comfortable rhythm. When combined with slow breathing, the effect becomes even stronger. For the head, tap from front to back as if brushing the hair backward. For the face, start from the forehead, move down through the space between the eyebrows, around the eyes and eyebrows, then down to the philtrum and chin. For the wrist, tap lightly on the area about 3 finger widths above the palm side, a point connected to the parasympathetic system. This habit can be practiced at home while sitting or during short breaks, anytime, comfortably. Its effects become even clearer depending on the situation. When you feel irritated, tapping calms your emotions. In the restroom, it stimulates bowel movement. After meals, it supports digestion. Before sleep, it relaxes the body and promotes deeper rest. Healthy habits you can practice with ease for preventing aging. Part 5. Slow, deep breathing. Simply improving the quality of your breath can support lung function and help maintain the balance of the autonomic nervous system. From the moment you wake up, practice breathing slowly and deeply. Deep breathing allows the diaphragm to move fully up and down, making the muscles around the lungs more flexible and naturally increasing air intake. This increased air intake activates the parasympathetic nervous system, stabilizes autonomic function, and supports balance. In contrast, repeated short and shallow breathing limits diaphragm movement, reduces air intake, and weakens parasympathetic activity. Baroreceptors located in the thoracic cavity monitor oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in the blood, regulate blood volume and breathing rate, and continuously assess lung condition. Especially when you exhale slowly and fully, pressure on these receptors is sustained longer, supporting improved blood circulation and further activating the parasympathetic nervous system. As a result, blood flow becomes smoother, tension is reduced, and the body naturally relaxes. At the same time, the breathing-related muscles of the diaphragm relax, previously weakened muscle strength recovers, the range of motion expands, and lung function is optimized. This entire process plays an important role in maintaining autonomic balance. Making a conscious habit of slow, deep breathing, even a few times a day, is enough. In daily life, slow breathing may be the simplest yet most powerful habit for preventing aging. Healthy habits you can practice with ease for preventing aging. Part 6. A sigh is a natural signal of recovery. There is a saying that sighing drives away good fortune. But in reality, a sigh does not push blessings away. A sigh is a very natural response to restore balance in the autonomic nervous system. When worries or stress build up, we unconsciously let out a sigh. As stress increases, the muscles in the chest and abdomen tighten, breathing becomes shallow, and the delivery of oxygen and nutrients decreases. At that moment, the body senses restricted breathing through stimulation of the peripheral nerves. The brain then sends an urgent signal to exhale long and deeply. As a result, a sigh is released, peripheral blood flow improves, and autonomic balance begins to recover. Worry and stress activate the sympathetic nervous system and weaken the parasympathetic system, creating imbalance. But a sigh naturally extends the exhalation, followed by a deeper inhalation, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That is why a sigh is a breath of recovery, bringing stability back to both body and mind. When you feel worried, when your heart feels heavy, today, do not hold back your sigh. Quietly respond to the signal your body is sending. Healthy habits for aging prevention 7. The key to healthy longevity lies in the autonomic nervous system, body weight and elimination check. Every single day, not missing the small changes your body sends you is the true beginning of preventing aging. The habit of checking your body weight and observing your urine and stool daily is the simplest way to monitor your autonomic nervous system and your overall gut environment. Weighing yourself every morning and evening helps prevent obesity. If fluctuations of more than +2 kg occur repeatedly, it may be a warning sign of autonomic imbalance. Urine and stool can be directly observed in color and form, making them powerful indicators for early detection of disease. For urine, observe the color, odor, foam, frequency, strength of stream, pain during urination, and the presence of blood. If your urine appears darker than usual, you may be dehydrated. Increase your water intake after waking in the morning. Through these observations, you may detect early signs of diabetes, heart disease, cystitis, or prostate disorders. If you notice abnormalities, be sure to consult a medical professional. For stool, Observe the color, shape, consistency, and odor. A yellow-brown or brown, banana-shaped stool that passes naturally without straining is considered normal. If stool floats, it may indicate adequate fiber intake, the positive sign. However, if stool is dark brown or black, has a strong odor, is very large and hard, or appears as small round pellets, it may suggest an imbalance in the intestinal environment. If black or dull-colored stool persists for several days, or diarrhea and constipation alternate repeatedly, these may be warning signs of digestive disease, inflammation, or bleeding. In such cases, please consult a medical professional. We sincerely wish you healthy and balanced days ahead. This series was produced with reference to the research of Aging Break, Take Control of Your Autonomic Nervous System by Hiroyuki Kobayashi. We express our deepest gratitude. See you in the next video.